we developed something really new, which I think is very, very groundbreaking for the PMF industry. Because remember when I did the lecture in the morning, I showed you the copper coils, right? And I showed you what most of the other companies are using with the mesh wire and stuff like that. The big advantage of this mesh wire stuff and of these insulated cords is that you can bend them. So they are mechanically less prone to damage comparing to ours, because we have solid copper coils and you cannot bend them. So we are quite limited when it comes to how our applicators look like, because we are always have to make sure that whenever we use these copper coils, these solid copper coils, that you put it in an applicator so that people don't bend it, because it will damage the applicator and it will create a cable break. And it happens. It doesn't happen if you use it carefully, but some people, or sometimes by incident it happens. So, and the solution is there is a new technology, and I found this in the automotive industry. It's quite interesting. By incident, I had the chance. We had to open a seat of a car seat, and there is the seat heating. Yeah. And then I saw a layer on the seat which looked really strange, but because it was it was wires made by fibers, and it was embroidered on a layer, or embroidered, like stitched. I looked at it. Yeah, embroidered, right? It's the right word. And I looked at this, and this is how in a Mercedes-Benz, in a luxury car, the seat heating is designed. And I said, wow, this is really cool, and then I thought, how about using this technology and producing copper coils? Because the cool thing about it is that if you can do this, your coils become flexible, but you still have 100% copper surface, so you still have the same inductive properties. You don't lose any performance. And in the same time, if you can use software where you can program the layer where you want to place it, where you want to embroider it, you have a total new horizon of creating applicators. Because with the copper coils, you're always limited on certain positions in an applicator. You have to keep certain distances in between, and if you could embroider that on just a fabric surface, first of all, with a computer, you can design the layer where it should be placed. I mean, computer controlled. You can use different material, because the next idea was, if you can use it with copper, you can use it also with carbon fiber. And when you can use it with carbon fiber, you can implement far infrared. So, and that's why we developed a new coil. And it's called inductive fiber coil. And I show you how it looks like. This is the new coil, how it looks like. And what you see here, this is no copper wire anymore. This is copper fiber. And it's very, very densely embroidered on a layer. So that guarantees you that you have no distance in between the fibers, so you have a very good surface for induction. The next advantage of these IFCs is you can bend them, and you cannot damage them anymore. No, so you can literally wrap it around you if you wish to, and it will not get damaged. And even the wires for the electricity, for the current, they are embroidered. So you cannot break them anymore because they are also embroidered on the layer. So this is the start into a new coil technology for PEMF devices, which we will introduce with a new system we come out. And let's just summarize the properties quickly and what I said before we go into that. So an IFC, inductive fiber coil, for almost 30 years, Swiss Bionic Solutions has been using conventional precise winding technology to manufacture solid copper coils. Those are the coils on top of it on the right side. Those are the recent coils you find in each one of our systems. And the complete new technology is based on fiber, copper fiber, and also carbon fiber, because the carbon fiber we will use later on for the next generation of hybrid applicators when we combine far infrared with PEMF. We tested it. The inductive properties are even better than with the conventional coils because you have just a cleaner surface. So the transfer of the energy is even better. Or vice versa, you can also say you need less energy, less current to transmit the same amount of energy. Because what people always get wrong, the intensity level of a PEMF device is not the crucial intensity. The induction property is much more important, with which power you transfer this intensity from the sender to the receiver. This is crucial. And this is defined by the coil structure. So this hardware component, the coil, which is in every applicator, which needs to be in every applicator of a PEMF device, no matter if it's a Swiss Bionic or any other competitive device, is a crucial device when it comes to efficiency. And like I said, we are capable of we have these machines now with our manufacturer, and we can manufacture these kind of layers. So it will be an inner layer in the applicator where the entire coil structure is already embroidered. So it's one piece, including the wires on the side, which are used to deliver the current, which then creates the electromagnetic field. So that's the new coil technology, which is coming with the next generation of our devices. So what's the advantage? Also very important, it's considerably less weight. So the applicators become lighter. The applicators can also be bent without risking damage. So there you don't need to be so careful anymore when you carry them around. The coil layout can be calculated precisely and designed as desired over the entire surface. So what you do is you have a computer with a graphic program. You're gonna just create the layout on the computer, and then the machine will embroider it on the fabric surface. The new development opens up almost limitless possibilities for future applicator designs. Remember, or imagine now, as we have coils which you can bend, which are 100% flexible. I mean, I could even create a jacket for you.
I was thinking, why not in my car?
Yeah, everything is possible. And the good thing is, normally in manufacturing, you always need a lot of a minimum order quantity in order to get a price. Here is a little bit easier because you can make customized solutions without investing in a lot of engineering, because you just have everything is just software and can be embroidered by a machine. So you can do functional patches, clothing, special applicators for easy and uncomplicated installation, PEM in cars, airplanes, houses, apartments, furniture, animals, plants. So that opens up a complete new possibility, a complete new opportunity, a complete new chapter in for PMF devices. The construction is extremely resistant and durable, which is always good for when people use it in the comfort of their home. The induction performance within the extremely low intensity spectrum tends to be even better compared to conventionally wound copper coils due to the seamlessly high fiber density. So because we have a lot of small copper fibers condensed in one spot, that creates a lot of inductive force, sorry. Then we also use new cover for the applicators. We found a special material. It's solvent-free, it's phthalate-free, and waterborne PU surface material with the Ecotex 100 label. So it's biocompatible for the people who suffer from allergies because of special ingredients of fabric. So it's completely biocompatible with all kinds of certificates, very easy to clean and disinfect, highly resistant, and it also carries a buckling test certificate according to a ISO norm 32100 to withstand about 50,000 subsequent bending cycles. So the applicators become more durable, not only because of the building coils, but also because of the material around it. And also good, it has been established that if you use carbon fibers with copper fibers, you don't create any interference, because the magnetic field which is created when you run current to a carbon fiber is almost negligible. So there is no counter action between the two electromagnetic fields of carbon fiber and copper. So, and this is an inlay how the new two layers look like. This is a production sample. If you would combine far infrared with copper coil fibers, with the inductive fiber coils, but what we figured out is we're not using this design. What we're gonna use is we use this layer but without the carbon fiber, and we put another layer with carbon fiber on top of it. So we can use more wires, so we have a better distribution of the far infrared. So we don't have any cold spots in between. So the built-in layers will contain of these copper coils here without the carbon fiber, and this will be put on top because there's no interference. And this together will be packed into a nice new applicator cover. It's about half the thickness of the hybrid mat right now. No.
So are you gonna have an option to upgrade?
No. We're gonna replace it probably by. This is gonna be replaced probably when we are just out of stock with the others. I think it's about maybe in May, June 2026. No.
Do it?
No, you don't have to. No. Well, it's up to you. No, but you don't have to. So the new applicator technology will work with a firmware upgrade with the existing IMRS Prime control unit. Yes. Yep. So the new applicators will work with the existing control unit and connector box.
That's not like an iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't force the people to buy a complete new system, and we don't even force them to buy a new applicator, but the systems newly ordered from the moment we have it ready for shipping will be only distributed with this kind of whole body applicator.
Does that mean you only have lighter as well?
Oh, there was too many questions. Hold on.
Does that make the mat lighter as well?
Yes, about 50% lighter.
And the price?
It will be the same. Yes.
And the pulse?
Yeah. Everything the same. Everything will be completely the same. It's just new coils this new structure still compatible with the existing IMRS Prime devices. And obviously, the new pad will also be equipped with far infrared.
Oh, nice.
So the local applicator will be also contain of the far infrared layer. And then we have a quite good Rolls-Royce PMF system. The prices will not go up; it will stay the same. And but like I said, this is done for second quarter of 2026. Oh, sir.
Did I understand you to say that with this technology, you could actually replace the pad with a jacket? Is it?
Yeah, you can literally do everything you want. Because I can create on the computer, let's say, a applicator with a certain design, a certain shape, and I just tell the computer where to embroider the coils, how big the surface should be, where it should be placed. So that's quite an interesting concept.
Could you turn it into the configuration of an electric blanket?
Yeah, everywhere, whatever you want. Whatever you want. There's no limit. Yeah, and the machines, they cover quite a surface, huh? So you can make big applicators. Talking about the animals, the horses, the cows. You know, so if you take this into account, this is a quite groundbreaking new technology which allows us to become more creative when it comes to develop systems.
So you can basically make like sleeves that people can pop. They put on their thigh or their arm.
Yes.
How is it kind of like the copper that's in compression socks, but there?
Yeah, it's just a thin layer. Yeah. And it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't do anything. And because we run so low current and every fiber has a small coating, it does not it doesn't hurt you in terms of the electricity whatsoever. So yeah, it's there is no limits anymore when it comes to creativity or now approaching new designs in building in this technology wherever you want it and however you want it. Sir?
Is it more efficient than the existing?
The measuring says yes. The reaction of the user will hopefully confirm that. But I'm always waiting on the reaction of the users because this is actually what counts at the end, right? Yeah. So this is the new thing. Now, coming back to what I said before, we want to react on the market. We know there are a lot of online companies with PMF devices, so-called PMF devices, with most of the devices are not. However, at the end, it's you always have to defend our products with the people you introduce it to, which makes it not easy for you. I know that, I'm aware of that, because I sold these units many, many years before I stepped a little back and taking care more of these things. But I feel with you that, the marketplace is changing. We have a lot of companies from all over the world. They show their devices. Some of them are really, it's unbelievable. But the people, confront you with these, and you have to have answers. And beside all the technology behind, which I feel comfortable that you have enough knowledge to tell the people the differences between our systems and what's available, but there is always a price point. And sometimes people say, even if your Rolls-Royce would be the best, I simply cannot afford it. So I have to make the decision to probably buy one of these more cost-effective units, even if we know already that this is not the best approach for the people to use it. Yeah. So that's why I would like to introduce you the brand new Volkswagen PEMF system. Well, so yes, exactly. Yeah, but I use this word because I knew I gonna hit you with this, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, what the message is, right? Um, there will be no IMRS anymore because we want to really create a separate product family which clearly differentiates our Rolls-Royce from the product which we in the future will have to compare with all these companies around us who always use our wording, our marketing, and and have these people with these gadgets measuring whatsoever and finding out things. I'm just tired of this, you know. And it's hard to defend yourself for something which you know you don't have to defend, but in the same time you have to because people are getting affected by all this nasty information which is outside. So we developed a system for you and also for our people, which is budget friendly, but, and that was important to me, which at least makes no compromise when it comes to quality and makes no compromise when it comes to our signature features. And there cannot be a downgrade of any basic and important things which make a PMF system great. And we did not make any compromise when it comes to this. And that's why the new system I introduce you will be called the Smart Parser. The Smart Parser, this is a mock-up of the new control unit, how it's going to look like. It's a very simple control unit with an 8-inch touchscreen with big buttons so that everybody can use it and hit it. And this unit will completely replace the Omnium 1 product family. We will not have a DA converter anymore. Everything is built in this housing. Yeah. And it will be very simple to use. It will have the fast start programs again, which we take over from the Omnium. It will have a manual operation, but it is a small control unit with an 8-inch touchscreen with a new operating system, which we designed specifically for that system, which can be upgraded. So we took over this idea from the IMRS Prime that in case we get some good ideas and we can implement this, it's possible to do it with firmware upgrades. So we have a system which is not closed, which is still receptive for improvement, and we can simply do this with a USB plug with a firmware upgrade. No DA converter, everything is on the back side. 3 hubs for 3 different applicators you can plug in. You have an automatic applicator detection, so the system knows which kind of applicator you have. The system comes with a optional battery pack. So
Nice.
yes, so you can use this independently from the wall with a battery pack which you can charge and you can use it wherever you want. So it's going to be coming to the properties and what I told you. It's a full-size PMF system with our built-in frequency generator. So that means we can precisely create all the signature waveforms which we also have in the IMRS Prime. So we will have the triple sawtooth for the whole body mat, and we also will have the square wave for the local applicator. All SBS signature features, they stay. Waveforms, intensity, frequency, organ clock. So there is no differentiation. There is no cutout of any of the signature features. The applicators, the new applicators, they also are already equipped with the IFCs, with the inductive fiber coils. So here we're gonna provide the new copper coil technology already earlier, because this coils which I just introduced you will be already standard in the applicators of the new device when they come out. Okay, the IMRS Prime at a later stage, when we are finished with our recent applicators which we still have on stock. What we also did, do you remember that old-fashioned 5-pin plug from the audio world with these 5 big pins? This is exactly the plug we are using for the applicators. Very durable, very old-fashioned. You cannot break them. And so that's the renaissance of the 5-pin plugs. And 5 pins are also enough for us to use it for the applicator detection, so that every applicator gets automatically detected, because we have different pins soldered to the thing. So the backside of the control unit will have 3 plugs where you can plug in the 5 pins. Very simple, almost unbreakable. So very easy to use. We designed a new whole body applicator. Instead of 3 segments, the new body applicator will have 4 segments. Instead of 6 copper coils, the new body applicator will have 8 copper coils. So we differentiate the transfer from the less amount of windings of the coils to the most amount of winding coils, not in 3 separations, but in 4 separations. So we start doing this here. We believe we create a better distribution of the field. So we fine-tune the elevation from the lower intensity to the higher intensity, from the top to the bottom, over 4 different coils. Now we do it over 3. If this tends to get good feedback, we also will apply this for the IMRS Prime. But we try it with the new device here. It looks very promising. I have a good feeling, but again, we wait for the feedback. So we don't do any pads anymore. So no small pad anymore, and we don't do the spot anymore. We designed a new applicator. It's called a wrap applicator, because now we can wrap. This is something we couldn't do before. So the wrap applicator, I have a rendering picture later on, will be more versatile. It will be 100% flexible, and it will be easier to apply it in different body types. It also comes with an extension belt, so you can also use it on different parts of the bodies and just fix it with an extension belt. But the basic idea is bendable, durable, and much more versatile.
Will we be able to use those new wraps on our current IMRS?
No, it's not working, because the current IMRS you have, it's also equipped with a USB bus for controlling the entire thing. So the applicators for this system are not technically so sophisticated like the IMRS Prime. But all these things, if they work pretty well, we can later on adapt into the Rolls-Royce. But we use now the Volkswagen to do the field test. And yeah, I like it. There's nothing wrong with the Volkswagen. Yeah. So we also developed a new brainwave entrainment system. I want to get rid of brainwave entrainment. The new wording is AVE, Audio Visual Entrainment System. So we do the same thing, but I don't want to call it brainwave anymore, because I got so many problems, especially with the FDA.
Yeah.
They don't like it. So I changed it to audio visual entrainment. I know it's new for us, and I know it takes a while to get this into our brains and into our wording when we introduce it to people, but we start learning it today. Audio visual entrainment, AVE, So there is, we developed a new goggle, which is very flexible, very light, and which is more also for portable use and just lightweight use, let's say it like that. You know, the AVE system is more simple, but it has the same properties than the ones you know from the IMRS Prime and from the Omnium one. And what we also did, we developed a face mask with a color LED. So the smart pulser will also be capable of controlling an applicator which can be used for women, especially for beauty. Using color LEDs and also IFCs. You have a face mask with built-in inductive fiber coils. And then not only women can use it for beauty, but for example, dentists can use it for pain relief after a surgery or whatsoever. Or if you suffer from migraine, you will definitely not use the LEDs, but you will probably benefit from the built-in copper coils. So in simple words, the new face mask will apply either LED colors for skin treatment, both, or only PEMF. Means a specific applicator PEMF for the entire head. And it will be equipped with 4 IFCs, with 4 inductive fiber coils, which expose the entire head region with pulse electromagnetic fields. We will have the fast start programs, the manual operation. We will have the battery pack, optional. I mentioned this already. The operation will be very, very simple. So fast start programs, if you want to do it manual, just intensity, duration, start. That's it. Nothing more. Upgradable firmware. So we can develop the system over time. And so let's look a little bit on how the components look like. This will be the new whole body mat. It also has 2 feet on it. Isn't that nice that people know which direction they should take it? That's embroidered. And you can see those are the 4 segments now. So when you bend it, which you can do it now, the final bended surface is smaller comparing to the IMRS Prime or the Omnium one. So it's easier for transportation. It's more portable, And we call it the S-Mat. S is for the smart pulser. And then we came up with another idea because that was quite a demand from some people. We developed another whole body applicator. And this is going to look like this. And this we call it the S-Bed. This is an applicator which is more thin, more simple, with less layers, which can be used in your bed at home. And it is designed that you can plug in to another one so that both people, as long as they still sleep together, can use it in the bedroom on the left side, on the right side, with one control unit. So the smart pulser will be capable of controlling both of these applicators. So this S-Bed applicator is new. It was never existing in our company, and if the reception is good, we also will develop one for the IMRS Prime.
Does it have the infrared?
No, the smart pulser is not with the infrared, because if we wanted to do this, it would become again extremely expensive because we need much more power.
Exactly.
And the entire electronics, everything. This is we going back to PEMF.
Simple.
Exactly. So this is the S-Bed, and then this is the new wrap applicator. This is a rendering. The real one will look a little bit different in terms of colors, but the principle is the same. We can now wrap the applicator. So the coils are built in, and you can wrap it around the elbow, and it will glue by itself. It's a quite interesting material. it's not Velcro anymore. It's much lighter and much less resistant than Velcro, and it's still very, very, very. It's literally gluing together. It's really good, but it's very simple to use, and it can be used wherever you want to use it. And it comes also with an extension belt to fix it in case you want to place it here, and then the extension belt goes over it that it stays at the spot. And then we have the new AVE system, audiovisual entrainment. So this is going to be a foam goggle with all the functionality from the OmniBrain or from the brainwave entrainment system from the IMRS. But like I said, very, very light, very durable, new material. It's a foamy material. It's very light, but in the same time, it's very durable. So that's the new AVE system. And then this is going to be the new face mask. It doesn't have any holes. It doesn't look like Halloween. It's just a face mask. It will optionally also come with a holder. We are working on that still. So if you don't want to put it on your face, you can also lay down and put it in a holder, and then it's just above you, but it doesn't touch you. And it's not lying directly on the face, so there are some distance holders here on the chin, which keeps the material away from your skin. So there is a distance between your skin. It doesn't touch your skin. This is for hygienic reasons also. Yeah.
Okay.
And this mask is equipped with 4 IFCs and also with a complete layer of LEDs with all kinds of colors for the skin treatment.
The question is, can we use that? We cannot with the iron.
No, not yet. But the technology is there. Yeah. So February 26th, soon, will be available. So starting equipment, control unit, whole body mat, $2,500.
Wow. Wow.
Cool, huh?
Very cool.
Yeah, and
Very nice.
yes. Yeah, yes, very affordable. And like I said, you don't miss anything. It's all there. And we're gonna do the same thing with the IMRS Prime. It's a modular way of ordering. So the basic kit is the control unit with the power plug and the whole body mat. That's about $2,500. And then the wrap applicator is I think about $350-400. So even with that, you will be even probably still under $3,000. And then you have the battery, and all the other options are just it. Everything will be more affordable and cheaper, like the components we have right now at the IMRS Prime. But you can still build it up to a fully functional 6D wellness system, because like I said, except the far infrared, you have everything what you have with the IMRS Prime. So this won't be a complete new system, very versatile, for target group defined applications. It will be a small signature PMF system in the palm of your hand. So again, all the SDS signatures, we have a triple sawtooth, we have a square wave, but we don't have all the bells and whistles around. And then we end up in a small device. This is about 13 centimeters by 7.5, so you can hold it in your hand, the control unit, and there will be a plug on the back side where you can plug in an applicator. And you can, for example, use this control unit if you only want to do only want to buy the mask for beauty. Then you can, instead of buying the Smart Pulsar, you can also only use the Smart Pulsar Mini. If you want to use it for a pet, we're gonna offer a bundle it will contain of the small smart parser mini control unit together with a specific applicator for pets. And here we talk about a price which is probably below 1,000 USD. So that gives you as a representative another bullet in your pocket, which you can use to increase your business and to increase your target groups. And like I said, it will be one control unit for different applications. And we can widen this and develop this further just by probably talking about what you said, a vest, and just a small compartment where you can put in the mini for controlling your vest. You can control this with either with a USB-C power plug, and you can also use it with the external a battery pack. How is it called? A power wire. So again, you can use it with USB-C from the wall, but you can also take it with you, use it everywhere. And for example, this was a demand from a veterinary who developed the pet thing with us. He said, I want to pre-program it. I want to tell the system that every day 4 times the system should start for 28 minutes with a latency of 20, something like that. Because he said, when we do the surgeries on the pets, we put them in the cages, we put the applicator on the leaf, and then we program the system. And since they are here, they get an automatic application because they cannot run away. And we don't have to think about, did I do this already? So those are the little things we're going to implement here. So the new Smart Parser Mini, it will be a small control panel. We will come out with a Smart Parser Mini for pets. The S-Pet is coming soon, so that will be the applicator. You can use this also together with the S-Mask, which I introduced already to you. But you can also the S-Mask make workable with the regular Smart Parser. And then we are open for a further tailored application. It contains all the S-Mask signature features. It's DC power or power bank usage. Power plug is USB Type-C. So you can even use your charger to use it. You don't have to buy a special one. You have a manual operation, you have a motor timer for programmed applications, and we are developing additional applications for specific user groups. So this will be our most affordable PMF system. So overall, we have the Volkswagen, we have the, this is probably what is that then? Yeah, that you want to say, okay, that's Kia is not, they make good cars, by the way. Or the Hyundai makes good cars as well. For the Mini Cooper, exactly. Mini Cooper's BMW, thank you. So we have the Mini Cooper, the Volkswagen, and the Rolls-Royce. So soon we have a complete product family, which we are able to fulfill the needs and requirements of more or less each target group with a versatile systematic. So we can develop more applications and applicators over time, depending on the demand and whatever you come up with, and tell me what we should do to improve.
Step first, right?
Yeah, and that's also absolutely. Yeah. Pardon?
She say any your patient.
That's exactly. And I think it's needed nowadays because over the especially last 3-4 years, the market changed a lot. The behavior of the people, how they react on this, creates a lot. And obviously there is less money in the pockets of people. And I think, in order to stay in this business, we have to adapt, and we have to come up with solutions which fit their needs, Yeah.
This is just possible break.
Yes.
And I'm curious, I'm sure that some copy it are in the company. So that the he no pack.
Because like the good thing is, in order to do that, you cannot fake this. So you have to have certain hardware, you have to have certain engineering to be able to produce these kind of waveforms. And hence it's not rocket science, and it's not hidden property. It's tough to do it. And it requires a lot of engineering, which 90% of the companies don't have, because they are marketing companies. They are not, they don't do R&D, and that's why, and I don't know any company having this kind of property built in, not one.
So what he said they're welding.
Yes.
So does it just have to go through the
No, no, no. I don't want to have to do anything to do with the FDA anymore, Frau, because I had a fight with them over 18 months, and they still don't understand what our system does.
And you have understand.
Yeah, but this is this unacceptable. I pay we have to pay the FDA an annual fee of $20,000 meanwhile, just to apply, just to be registered. Without registration, you can't go to it. And I'm not against to do that, but they, on their hand, they have to do their job as well. And they did not do the job when it comes to us. I have a personal experience with that. And this experience is ridiculous, because the engineers I was talking to at the FDA, you know what? They claim that this is a muscle stimulator. What? A muscle stimulator.
The cellular.
Yeah. And you know why? I said, are you crazy? I said, a muscle stimulator requires a lot of electrical power. Otherwise you cannot contract the muscle. And our systems are not even capable of triggering your earlip to, no, it's a muscle stimulator. No. What they wanted me to apply for a de novo application, or at least for a 510K, with a similar system which is not existing on the market. So I think the underlying message was, we don't mock you with such a system in the market.
Yes. See? They're not in the market still.
Yeah. And
They're deep pay.
yeah, it's just I'm drunk. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy guy. I just felt disrespected, because
In America,
they came up with something which I could prove in 10 seconds that they were wrong.
But
Yeah.
all these things we know lose the push.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You don't have to prove anything anymore. And that's why, sometimes I feel like Don Quixote. Yeah, because there's no point anymore. And I'm done with it. Frankly speaking, I'm done with it. I will seek every possibility to sneak around, because we don't have to do any medical claims anymore. We are over it. We don't have to do this anymore. We have too many people already benefiting from that. And we have very smart people like you. They got a good education in energy medicine, and they know how to introduce them to their people. With respect, with pride, and with the knowledge that's on out there. And I don't need any one of these agencies around anymore. I don't want to do anything wrong, not to be touched by them, but like I said, I'm so disappointed the way they treated us, because it was just wrong. It was from the perspective of engineering, of knowledge, and of understanding what these systems do. It was a nightmare.
In Germany, GAG this
No, man. They do other things, but they do.
Well, so you ask you that there's a bed by Opus, and it's a guy in Switzerland. Actually, is he your competitor? Has a bed. It's a sound fitness bed.
Finland, that's nothing. It's nothing to do with us. No,
based on your competitor?
No,
This is your technology.
no, not at all. So that's why, yeah.
Yeah, even this guy used to sell on mats. He still does it a little bit, but he went to a different system. If people gotta understand, it has nothing to do with our bags or with our technology.
Yeah.
It's a whole different technology.
Yeah, there is a lot of people, they got the basic education from us, and they now with other companies, and they think they can transfer what they learned to, but it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
No, because the say the experience, the what's inside the R&D, it doesn't go with the people. It's only the knowledge,
But it's a shame because the one book he wrote was pretty good.
Yes.
But the thing is,
But did you know that I provide 70% of that content?
yes, it's crazy because all he did was copy your information,
Yeah,
copy other information.
yeah, but if I write a book about PMF as the CEO of a manufacturer, it will not be of any value. Yes. And that's why I decided to unlock my library and give it to people and say, write a book about it. I give you all the information I have, and
And now he's made a deal with this company.
yeah, and and he's in a different intensity level. The system is a piece of crap. Sorry, Xenos, he's lying to be exactly. But he's the one suffering from that, because how does he look like if you promote over 5 decades or 3 decades product A, and then suddenly you say, product A it was never good, and take product B. So exactly. So it will eventually be resolved by itself, the problem. But I just don't want to spend any energy on that on this kind.
It's a real shame because they have to basically throw that book away.
Yeah,
Just because of that.
I know.
And
Yeah,
hope they'd have some good things.
it has some good things, and it still has some good things.
And it's came from you.
And yeah. The forward of the book is written by me. You look inside, it's page 5. Anyway, yeah. I think we are too good to get distracted by that.
What
You know that.
they all have to remember
Yes.
is that this jet is actually cheap.
Yep.
The most expensive bed we have actually cheap compared with what's out there.
A lot of crap out there. Yeah. We just as a ending of that story, we just did a cooperation with a company from Romania. It's called OxyHelp. Maybe you heard about that. OxyHelp is the world market leader in hydrobaric chambers, but the real ones. I mean, not the inflatable ones, the real ones. That looks like a capsule, right? And you can look them up. The company is called OxyHelp. OXY help.com. A lot of young people from Romania, and they do hyperbaric chambers already for 4 to 6 people. So literally you can use it like an office. Now you can spend the day in that. You are overpressured by 2 bar. You know how it is. You get 100% oxygen, and it has quite some cool results. The chambers, they cost between, and this the reflects to what you say, between 70 and 250,000, and 80% of all the chambers they manufacture are for home use, so are ordered by people like you and me. Can you imagine that? It's quite interesting, and from now on, all these chambers, they have the option to be built with our PMF technology, IRS Prime, built in the seats. The thing, it's all in the chamber, so that's one of the corporations we do right now, to make our brand a little bit more visible, and also to show the people what you can combine when you use PMF with other modalities. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. But you can see we put a lot of efforts in regaining a little bit, cleaning up the situation, when it comes to look at the market, in which direction it develops, we have products where we can develop more flexible, where we can come out quicker with solutions, so we can react better on the market, and we give you as a representative a wider product portfolio, so that you have something for everybody. And that, I think, that's a good step in the right direction to grow the business together, and also to have a much bigger target group to share our products with. And I think that's the most important thing. And obviously, looking at the new core technology, we are again a couple steps ahead of everybody else, which also helps when we promote the products, and when we are in competition with all these gadgets which are on the market right now. So yeah, that's the news I wanted to share with you. And here we will come out with the Mini in about the second quarter of 2026. So the first one we launch will be the Smart Pulsar, the Volkswagen, around February. I hope you're gonna have it in the USA by February. It always depends on how long it needs to get custom clearance, which nobody knows. It's a lottery.
How many people still that the Iris Prime Hyper?
Yeah, because there is no reason to change anything, because this is already.
No, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That cow.
Yeah.
They can go yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the Prime was not touched by this.
Oh.
Yeah.
just have more choices.
Yeah. Pardon?
Now you just have more choices.
There's nothing else you need. Wait, she did mention that first now have Margaret.
Yes, that will be replaced. That was just be a seamless transition once we sold out the hybrid mats, which we still have on stock. We automatically will replace them with the new technology. Yeah, but like I said, they will all work U and O together with the same control unit at the same connector box.
Oh, so with the different, the MIDI and the does the performance change? So what will be the benefit of finding the more acceptable one if that anyone has?
You have more options. For example, yeah, you can attach more applicators. You can release more functionality out of the system, which is already built in, but which requires additional hardware. And you can't do that with the Mini, because you have a very limited application versatility. But this is on purpose, because we want to do cheaper PMF units for specific the target groups and specific applications. That's it. No. The problem with the combined far infrared and PMF is power. And for the Iris Prime, we need a 24-volt a power plug, which is completely different than anything else. It doesn't fall necessarily under the household anymore. The for safety, so it's completely different. The whole architecture is different, the powered architecture, and it's also much more expensive to engineer and to manufacture. And that's why we go back to the PFF only device, which we have the most competition. You have no PNF device with an integrated far infrared. The Iris Prime is the only one in the world. There are some Chinese where they claim it's far infrared, but it's not. They have gemstones inside. It's not far infrared. This is a gadget.
That's way
Yeah,
sound.
yes. So, and it's not active, so that's has nothing to do. So the Iris Prime is still the one and only system in the world with a hybrid applicator, a real hybrid functionality, active far infrared and active PMF.
So the other applicators like the WAP is going to be scary or
Yes.
sort of
Yes. So you don't have to think different. like I said, the signature features, they will stay the same than they were before. And like I said, we will see what the future brings with this new call technology. We have, like I said, we have much more creativity to develop. Like what you said, for example, or specific applicators for the. I mean, there's no equipment anymore. Oh. Okay. Well, this was, thank you so much. Thank you. So you are the first getting this information. I'm nobody. Yeah, I talked to nobody in this entire world. So you were the first today. So I'm gonna be in Vancouver on Tuesday or Wednesday, and so the Canadians will get it a little later. And that, it will probably no, it will come in February already. Yep. So we aim for the Smart Parcel launch. We aim to have all the applicators ready already. And again, in terms of Gen, we are really working on getting all the back office ready. It's a hell of a work, with the marriage of the code with Saliva Resort. There's quite some logistics in between, because every single saliva test goes to Austria, because it's the only lab who can do that. So every single saliva test from the US will be shipped to Austria for the analysis, and that's we need to move goods here, and that requires some back office work to make it properly. Once it's there, it's good, because everything else is more or less digital, and your 90-day program will be manufactured in our warehouse in Florida. So we're gonna produce the boxes there. So this will be within request. But from the day you set the saliva test back to our office, it has to go physically to Austria first. So there is some logistics involved.
So have red and blue, and what makes ours more?
We have built PMF in addition. Yes. Yeah, it has green. It has all the colors you want. Purple. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And you have the PMF, which is quite good, because it opens the skin, via the PMF, and the color therapy will benefit from the PMF influence. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, but this is something different. The question is it? That's probably with near infrared also. That's a different approach, because it doesn't become warm.
You're driving.
Okay, then you have more options here, because different colors have different effects on the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Snow should only be sharp. And it's like I said, it's why the technology is wisely chosen based on the research which is available for color therapy for the skin. And again, with the additional PMF, that gives a boost. I know it already. Makes total sense. Proven 100,000 times already. Okay. Anything else, Terry?